Welcome to the Straight Up, No Bullshit, The Don Hanston Show. Our hosts are going to push the limits, but create an environment where it's safe to uncover the crap that holds you back so you can survive the mediocrity of today's life. And they'll be admitting and revealing their own experiences so you can learn the skills and attitude you need to be who you are. No bullshit. Warning to all listeners: if you have thin skin and get offended easily by harsh, direct, or somewhat offensive content and language, then this podcast may be overwhelming. However, we believe pulling your blinders off and viewing things from a real perspective may feel invigorating and may be the very thing that may cause you to expand your capabilities exponentially. Now here's your hosts, Don and Marcus.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Straight Up No Bullshit. Don, Sal, how you doing?
Doing good, Marcus. How you guys doing?
Yeah, welcome everybody to the Don Hanston Show. Straight Up No Bullshit. We got some good stuff to talk about today. And Marcus, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, we're gonna talk about it. Hey, he's in the house. Yeah. Trump is home, and we're gonna be talking about that. Trump is in the house, and that's we got a lot of great things to share on that. And I know, Sal, you got a bunch of stuff to share on that as well.
Well, I thought someone who was glued to the TV all day, all night, was a very interesting day. I thought everything went well. I found it kind of funny that the left started bringing up things like, well, why does he want to go inside? What's going on with this? Kennedy was outside and it was cold. Reagan was outside and it was cold. So I'm finding over the last couple days that the left is trying to pull anything they can to throw at this guy. But watching, I thought it all went off perfectly, except for the music wouldn't play for Carrie Underwood, but she handled it like an extreme professional and sounded fantastic. Kudos to her.
Absolutely. I think it was a smart play. One, there's just been already assassination attempts on it. If you think about it, most presidents, no one tried to kill them before they became president. It was always after the fact.
Exactly.
So, it's like one, he's already been shot once. Another guy was trying to do it. The left is trying anything and everything to knock him off the and so I think doing it inside was the smartest thing. And they still had the parades. They still did it all. I mean, it was wonderful. I mean, heck, having him there signing the executive orders right there. I mean, how awesome was that?
I loved it.
It was fucking brilliant.
What's interesting about the whole thing is they needed to make sure that he got kept alive. This sounds crazy. Kept alive until he was in the office, because as soon as he got in office, not only are all of those executive orders signed, but if you noticed, he shut down all the agencies at 5 p.m. Okay, and they're getting paid, but they're going to go inside and they're going to fix everything. So really, what's happening is all these people that are trying to kill him are already inside the system. So now he's going to flatten things out and he's going to straighten shit out. So I think that the attempts were before he was going to get into office, whereas I think these other guys got in there and they were going to change things. He already had a whole plan how he was going to change things before he got in. And day one, because since he couldn't trust the people inside the government, he had all of these documents ready to go, and he had a big fucking plan ready to make sure not only that he's not going to get killed, but that he can be successful in his endeavors. So that's why I think it was important to keep him alive until he got in, because once he's in, he's going to be the guy with the joystick control.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it was something like 78 executive orders he signed. After he got sworn in.
I thought it was 1,600.
No. The very first one was the rescission of 78 Biden executive orders and memorandums that he did. That was number one.
Okay.
Then number two was withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty, which is going to save us literally $1 trillion by pulling us out of that. The WHO, bye-bye. No more pandemics, no more bullshit on that. Troops at the southern border, January 6th, almost 1,500 people fully pardoned. I mean, I can go down the whole list. And I mean, I'm excited about that. I'm excited the fact that, they're making stuff. And the biggest one, oh my gosh, guess what, guys? Did you know there's only two genders?
Let me guess. Sausage and tacos.
Men are men.
Two things on the menu.
And women are women.
The
Can you
look
imagine?
on the faces of Biden and Kamala sitting there and having to just sit there and listen to him. And I'll
Exactly.
tell you, he went after him more
Yep.
so than I thought he would. And they just had to sit there and take it. I think that was probably the best part, is watching the look on the face. Well, first of all, Biden didn't
Yep.
even know where he was.
They were
I
in the
see-
principal's office.
They're
Like,
eating the shit sandwich.
Yeah, I seen something that said Biden's so messed up, he's probably going to show up for work the next day. He has no idea.
Right.
But the look on Kamala's face was, I mean, it said it all. She was so ticked off, but it was great. I loved watching all the things that he did. Then he had a little table set up at the Capital One Center and announcing everything he did. Let's not forget about the all the workers. Now they have to come into work
They have to
every
show
day
up.
and show
Yep.
up in person.
Yep.
I loved it.
well,
I love it.
the
Love
fact that he shut down all the government agencies at 5 p.m. until they got in there and did their cleanup and figured out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Those people are shitting in their pants because they didn't have time to do their final, little things to hide what they've been doing over the last, I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're going to be cleaning up. A lot of people are going to be on the unemployment list, I think. But yeah, anyways,
The people who
let's go what this guy's got to say. Or go ahead.
the people whose clearance he took away, those people aren't going to be able to work.
Yeah. Here, wait.
Like, oh my God.
You know, what I love about it also, TikTok, 50% ownership. I mean, it was brilliant what he did. If you think about it, they shut TikTok down on Saturday night. People were like freaking out. And Sunday morning, guess what? TikTok was back up and a big welcome message. Thank you for Donald Trump for bringing this back.
Wasn't that
How
something?
you couldn't ask for a fucking more brilliant marketing strategy on that. I'm sure it was a marketing strategy, and I don't give a shit. It was
and mine
fucking
opened
brilliant.
to like him with
Yep.
fireworks in the White House when I
Yep.
went back on.
And it's awesome. And it's I mean, granted, we already know that the young people a lot of them already were voting for Donald Trump, and those other the woke idiots that are just buying all this. Guess what? They're seeing it. They're seeing it in what matters to them. So,
Well, Marcus, you had people on TikTok, soon as it got reinstated, bashing Trump, the guy who saved the platform you're
Right.
on right now,
Exactly.
using to bash him. So they're on there talking bad about him. Well, you're only on here doing this and your page is back up because of him.
correct.
And they didn't even realize it. That's how misguided some of these
I know.
people are.
They are, and some of them some are going to get it, some aren't. It's like some will, some won't. Some go, what happened? It just it is what it is. Yeah, but I think more and more of them are going to be waking up. So, but do we have that cool clip? I know we have a cool clip that's we want to talk about a little bit here. So,
Taking back the Panama Canal, we are going to offer freedom to the people of Greenland and the people of Canada with lower taxes, actual rights. That's the fucking deal. That's why we don't need to buy it, because we are offering the one thing the rest of the world does not offer: freedom and rights and the American dream. Welcome to the upswing, people. Long live the Republic. Oh, and Greenland and Canada, welcome to the Republic. Welcome to the freedom. Come on in. It's great.
Yeah, I like that.
absolutely, it's
That's
so
good.
cool because we never should have given away the Panama Canal in the first place. And right now, Trump said it best. Right now we didn't give it to China, we give it to Panama.
Well, we got a lot of money for it, though.
Absolutely, we did. A whole whopping dollar. Thank you, Carter.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Well,
my gosh.
Well, now we're taking it back, and I
Right.
guess the big reason why is the owners of the Panama Canal right now. I guess they're creating a lot of problems for the freight to come through. So it's created a lot of problems for our economy, but it's for our military to get in and out of there, and
Right.
so we're not in control of it. So we're
China is.
yeah, China's in control of that. So no, we pull that thing back, and then I like the fact that we're not supposed to drill in the Gulf of Mexico, so he changes the name
Right.
to the Gulf of America. Go
Exactly.
fuck yourselves. So I mean, like what people have to understand is we went from a White House that had a combined IQ of less than 10, okay, to masterminds. Like there's no.
10's a little high, Don. 10's a little.
All right, we'll give him a 7 amongst all those idiots.
Absolutely true. I mean, it's brilliant. His whole strategy with everything that he's done. I mean, let's talk about, the tariffs, 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, February 1st. And now obviously that's going to be a bargaining chip and a ploy, but you know what, if they don't start playing ball, guess what? We're going to start, evening the playing field. And I love the fact that the drug cartels are now considered foreign terrorist organizations, and they will be treated as such.
Good.
Because you know what, though, they're poisoning America, and they're it's all a big money game, and they don't care. They don't care about anybody. They just want to fucking sell their drugs and kill people and make profits on it. And guess what? That's going to stop.
And Canada is guilty of that too. A lot of fentanyl comes in north of the border as well.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw that that he was talking about cartel. What was interesting is he had mentioned exactly what I had talked about in the show about their cartel and our cartel, which is basically our government, and how they're going to be viewed as terrorists, right? So he's going to, anyone that's got anything to do with the cartel, they're terrorists. And what's interesting is I saw a movie last night. I saw part of it. It's on the TNC network, and it was about actual journalists that were reporting on the border and everything else. And they actually went into Mexico and took the train with all these people and everything else. And when they went through their immigration, I guess they searched the train, and they were afraid of these people because they realized that they weren't Spanish, or they were actual U.S. citizens. Mm-hmm. And these guys in Spanish were saying, "We don't have guns. We were paid by the United States government." All of the stuff that they were talking about was really amazing, because it was exactly what we thought our government was paying for these people. And these people even understood that Trump was good because they said Trump is good for Americanos, Biden is good for the illegal people. They all said it, but they were like, please, you must erase any of the footage that you have, because they didn't want to get in trouble. So it's very interesting once they got on the other side, what was really going on, and what this had portrayed was exactly what we thought. Our government was paying to get more and more and more people over there. Right. Okay. But Trump was really the guy for the U.S. citizen, but Biden was really the guy for all the illegal people. So it was very, very, very interesting.
Biden wanted them to vote.
Yeah.
Wanted to get them all to vote.
That's why they
vote, and he did everything.
Easy to control, and Biden's for that. And he's also for the one world order and the globalists. Yeah. And you know what? The globalists are shitting, because this is everybody. I mean, this is not just in America. People around the world are cheering that that America is back again. Freedom is back again, because we're the last bastion of freedom in this world. And we lose that, it's done. So the fact that we're in there now and making it happen, I mean, it's a joyous day for people, not just in America, but all around the world.
Well, when you can control, okay, the most powerful country, okay, in the world, you basically can control the world, okay?
Right.
And so that's what they were working on, and they came damn close. How many people took those shots because they thought that they had to, okay? Not because if you felt like you needed it, great, take a shot. But how many people took them because they thought that they needed to abide by the government, or they weren't being, responsible, or whatever else, or they wanted to be accepted by others. So that was the first part of it. But then when free speech was getting suppressed and people were put in jail, and J6 people and all this nonsense was going on, the guy with logic between his ears knew exactly what the fuck was going on. But these idiots that thought, oh yeah, this is great because they support my whatever agendas. What you have to realize in a very simplistic form is that it's mind control. It's control to take over. And once they take over the United States, like you said, Marcus, it's done. The world is controlled.
Mm-hmm. It is, absolutely. Yeah. And we're, we're making it happen. It's funny. I was watching a clip, and we'll put the clip on our social media. Go find us on Facebook and X, and we'll show this clip to you guys. But basically, it was I think it was CNN, and they were like talking about, Biden says, a state of Trump is a state of emergency here at the border. And then the lady's like, do you see anything different at the border? And they're like, no, it looks like just like it was yesterday, kind of thing. I'm like, first of all, fuck you. You know, I mean, we don't have a magic wand. Emergency powers allows him to do stuff, but guess what? There's 1,500 active duty troops that are heading their way to the U.S. border right now, and they'll probably be there today or tomorrow. And guess what? There will be emergency. We're going to show our force, and we're going to show what we're doing to secure the border, to start building the wall again, and start doing what we need to do to secure this country, secure our freedoms, America's freedoms, which then spills over to the rest of the world's freedoms. Because without it, it's all gone. So I'm excited about that, and it's just interesting to see, like we talked about. You're talking about the left, spouting out their bullshit, and they're going to try to spin anything and everything in their favor, and it's a losing battle. It's a losing battle.
They're looking to criticize whatever they could, like exactly. Elon Musk, right? He was doing a Sieg Heil, right?
Did you watch the whole clip? It was he was
watching
around.
It live.
Yes,
I watched it.
He was
live.
excited. He was dancing around, whatever, and he put his hand on his heart and just, hey, everybody.
He even said, "My heart goes out to you."
Exactly.
He said that twice. He did it in front, and he turned around and did it to the people in the back. And when I seen him do that, I swear to you, I said, "Ooh, they're going to attack this." I just know
absolutely they are. Absolutely,
because what else do they have?
They have nothing. They have to. Well, if you think about it, everything they've had is manufactured. And now we're taking away, we're diminishing their ammunition of things that they can actually adulterate and spin into their bullshit. So it's all about lies and made up.
Who has the party that's most sympathetic to the Jews? The Republicans.
Yeah.
And they're saying he's doing a Heil Hitler thing.
Exactly.
And there's a bunch of pictures out there of Obama doing it, Clinton doing it. Taylor Swift doing it, a lot of them, but they won't show you that. They won't talk about that.
Well, the last administration was the most racist administration there ever was when they started with the BLM and they started all these things. And it was just a testament to how they used the reversal, right? The reversal. Like, we'll be this, but we're going to blame it on you. And it was so obvious. I can't get my arms around how people bought into that nonsense. Like, oh yeah, they're all racist.
Hatred towards Trump. That's it. They just hated the man. Nothing about his policies. Like we said months ago, they just hate the man. That's it. Mm-hmm. Even Joy Reid on MSNBC was doing a live feed of the inauguration. I don't know if you guys got to hear her. She said to her audience, this was a live feed. She goes, no, wait, was it Joy? I don't know if it was Joy Reid or Gayle King. I think it was Gayle King. CBS said it. Said, doesn't seem like there's a lot of black people in there. I wonder why. Why is there not a lot of black people in that crowd?
Wow, I did see that. I'm like, are you kidding
Marcus,
me?
Was that Gayle King with CBS? I can't remember if it was. I know Joy Reid.
It was Joy Reid. I don't know who the other person was.
Gayle King is Oprah's friend who does the morning news on CBS. Well, one of the two said that. And it's like, that's what we're looking at here. Exactly how many black people should we have in the crowd? What's the number? That's what I want to know. What's the number of African Americans that Trump was supposed to have at the inauguration so the left wouldn't call that out? Right. If anybody listening could tell me or put a comment in the show notes, I'd love to know what that number is.
It would be nice.
It goes back to what he said. We're going to be colorblind, right? Society. We're gonna base everything on facts, like what it is that you've done, right? And really what it is it's accountability. You didn't get this job because you're a certain color, you speak a certain language. You're getting this job because you deserve this job. You're the best candidate for this job. And so really what that does is the left will say that that's racist toward people that are not qualified. But really the racism is telling them that they're not able to be qualified. Right. So really, who's the racist here? You know what I mean? And so it's all this propaganda has done nothing but hold these people back. So a lot of the people that are in these lower economic societies, right, have been held on by saying, well, we got to give them jobs because they're not smart enough or they're not good enough to get these jobs. And that's a slap in these people's face. I don't care what you say. Now, people could say I'm a racist because I said that. But I'm going to say that they're the racist because they're not giving them enough credibility to say you can do this and you are capable of doing this. And But they all want to give the excuse that they speak a different language, so they're not educated, or different colors, so they're not smart. They're the racist. Who's kidding who? Quit spinning this shit around.
Well, everything's merit based now.
Merit based. That was the word I was
DEI
looking
is
for.
gone.
It is.
Thank
It is
God.
gone, and it's awesome. And just so you know, they also the State Department banned under Trump any LGBTQ pride BLM flags at U.S. embassies, consulates, and everything. So those are gone, and they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
What about Talib with the Hamas flag outside our office in Congress? I'm sure that's got to come down.
That's
right?
coming down. That's coming down. I love it. It's one of those things where, we have to do this, because I love the fact that Inauguration Day fell on Martin Luther King Day, because Martin Luther King was all about not seeing the color. We're all colorblind.
Exactly.
That
goes against everything he stood for, right, Marcus?
Exactly.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly.
Good
So
point. That's a great
Trump's
point.
bringing it back. So I thought that was very serendipitous. Call it synchronicity, whatever you want to call it. That was the universe giving another nod that, hey, I got your back, and we're in the right place at the right time.
He would be so mad at his party giving jobs to people based on the way they looked.
Exactly.
Or the way they talked. That's
Absolutely.
everything he fought against for all his life, fought against that. But then you got people like Sharpton. You think he would say something, but he does. He's a race baiter himself and still owes millions of dollars in taxes that he doesn't have to pay.
Right.
Just like the Biden family owing millions of dollars.
Let's talk about the Biden family right now. How about all those last minute pardons that decided to pop in there? I mean, forget the fact of Fauci, the most evil motherfucker that's out there, pardoning him, and then let's pardon Army General Mark Milley, and then I would say it's more even evil, all the members of the J6 committee, because guess what? They destroyed evidence, and destroying evidence.
Yep.
That's big time jail time.
And he did it
guess
15 minutes before everything started. Wasn't that something?
How unfucking believable. And he wasn't Biden. He couldn't fucking sign his name if
the guy can't wipe his ass.
If he gave him a crayon. So again, it's just the people covering their asses.
I'm still going with my original theory, and I know that there's lawyers one hell of a lot smarter than I am. And you could say what you want to say, but I think they can blast holes in this blanket pardon nonsense, because how can you be pardoned for a crime that supposedly you didn't commit and you haven't been charged with or convicted with? Okay, that's the first question. The second question is, if you're pardoning them for something that they didn't do and they didn't commit and everything else, then that means that not only they did it, but you know about it. All of you fucking idiots need to go in the same fucking prison cell, okay? And I know I've said this over and over and over again, but really what you are, what's the word, accomplice? You're an accomplice. What was the word that you used, Sal?
An accessory?
Accessory.
Right.
You're an accessory to the crime. So if you say, well, Dr. Fauci didn't mass murder people and create an illness that's going to be with us probably for hundreds of years, okay? If you're saying that he can't be convicted of that, you're saying not only did he do it, but you know that he did it. So you put this together. All of you fucking jagoffs need to go to prison. And I don't know how you just say, oh, there's a blanket pardon. If I run an outfit, a mafia thing, right? And blanket pardon. We don't care if they killed them, if they robbed liquor stores, if they, terrorism. It doesn't matter. You just, no matter what you did.
And we're going to pardon you all the way back to 2002.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, come on.
Unfortunately, though, that's what it is. If you get the pardon, you get the pardon. That's it.
However,
does it have to change? Yeah.
I do think, though, the one thing, and I hope they figure out a way to push this, is that with a pardon, if they get called up, and I don't know if it's in front of Congress or in front of the Senate,
they can't take the fifth, right?
They can't take the fifth. They have to answer the questions, and I think I would love to get them on the hot seat and start drilling them for questions.
Then they just play, they play the card. I'm not aware of that.
The old mob thing. I fell and hit my head, and I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember nothing.
They did. Biden did not pardon himself, So let's keep that in
But
mind.
he did all his false family. My
Right,
God.
and a couple months ago, yeah. So those people could be called in to testify, and they have to talk. But if you remember 6-7 months ago, when the press asked Biden, "Are you going to pardon yourself?" Do you remember what he said? Why would I pardon myself? I didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
Aha. That clip is out there.
You know what? We'll find that clip and we'll put it in our social media as well. And check us up at Straight Up No Bullshit, because that's .com. That's where it's all at. But honestly, they say that they're doing it because they're going to come after Trump, and Trump's going to come the vendetta to get them. Well, you know what though, and that's what the left is
Like what they did
is
to
going
him?
on about.
Yeah.
But you know what though, it's bullshit. It is an admission of guilt, and it's really a deep indication of how serious the malfeasance is that they've done. And guess what? Karma's a bitch. It's going to come back biting them in the ass one way or the other. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
I don't
It's
think
fear.
Biden will be around that much longer.
Yeah.
Biden. I really don't think so.
Yeah. If he doesn't die from natural causes, his own party will take care of him.
Well, if he couldn't stand trial for his mental what were they trying to do? They were impeach him, or they were trying to do something. If he couldn't stand trial for that, then how
they
was he
wanted
going
to
go
charge
jail
him for the documents. They
That's
said
right, the
he
documents,
wasn't in the right frame of mind, but he could be president and he could issue pardons.
Right, exactly.
So
Well, you
that
know
should
what,
be
though?
looked at. But
Dude,
It's a
guys,
hypocritical system.
Wait. I figured it out. They're going to have him tested, Biden tested, and realize he is mental and capable of doing anything. And guess what? That'll void and nullify.
they don't
all the
have to.
pardons.
All they got to do is get the report. What was that the guy's name? He did the report.
And maybe that's how they're going to nullify the.
They have to get that report because he wrote everything in there, and they fought to not release it.
Right. Correct.
All they got to do is get that. But
well, you know what though?
think...
If they can get the JFK files and the Martin Luther King files, they'll be able to get Biden's files. I'm sure.
I would hope.
Unless they've not destroyed them. So
all you need is the video clip of him falling up the stairs, and the guy's out of his fucking mind.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll look for that clip, Marcus, and send it to you
Please.
so you can put it on our website.
Absolutely. And you know what? The crazy thing about it is that this morning I was watching this clip about it was showing, they were talking about Biden's pardons and all that stuff, but then they were showing how the media attacked Trump just on the hypothesis that he was going to pardon himself and his family and all those people, and he didn't do any of that. And they were vilifying him. But yeah, now those same fucking CNN reporters and NBC and MSNBC and all this bullshit media pretenders are defending Biden that it's okay for the pardon. So
it's the two-way communication I always talk about. You put it one way, it goes the other way. It's the hypocritical. It's the reversal.
Yep.
It's the two-way communication. Everything you put out comes right back at you. It's so fucking obvious what's going on. But let me change subject real quick. So Trump had mentioned that he's going to take away, and I don't know exactly what this means, but taxes for the U.S. citizens, and in lieu of that, he's going to tax these foreign nations,
double
right?
Taxes, right?
Right. So we're actually going to get more money coming in, and we're going to be paying less out. So he's talking about enriching the country and make everybody else pay for what they haven't been paying for years. And so really what it's about is like exactly what he said, making America great again. And so people can argue about this and everything else, but when you're solely trying to make our country the best, we finally have somebody that is looking out for us. Like I always said, the two reasons for our politicians are to keep us safe and to keep our economy strong. And all these idiots have stolen. They've opened up borders. They've given all our money away. They've given everything away, and they've enriched other countries and themselves, and they've taken from us. Finally, we have somebody that wants to enrich our country. He wants our stock market to be profitable. He wants to do crypto. He's big into crypto. Any investments, he wants people to actually make money on real estate. He's talking about taking governmental land and building lower income homes so everyone can afford homes. So he's talking about doing all these things, enriching our country. How can you do better than that?
Well, he's getting attacked for that, just so you know. Somebody asked him yesterday, one of the reporters said, do you think it's right that you're bringing up cryptocurrency when you own it? So they're trying to attack him.
Of course they are, but it's horseshit, because the fact of the matter is that he's doing. People, they see through it now. That's the thing. They can try attacking him all they want to, but majority of the people are seeing that these guys, they're talking heads. They had nothing else to attack him on. They just make shit up, or they spin it in a way, and no one cares. No one gives a shit. They can attack him all they want to. I mean, they're trying to kibosh some of the the immigration laws and
the birthright things. They're already got 27 states, and the ACLU filed the lawsuit against that.
Well, good luck with that, because you know what though, the person that knows how to sue the best is Mr. Trump.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and I think they're going to uphold the birthright thing. That's going to be the issue.
You think so?
I do. I think because it's in the Constitution.
Well, that is true.
They're going to sue, and it's going to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. And I really think the Supreme Court's going to say, no, they have birthrights. Even though they got pregnant, they came here with the sole purpose of having the baby here and getting all the free medical and everything. That's still in the Constitution. Unless that gets changed, Supreme Court, I think, is going to reverse that. That's just my opinion.
And you know what, though? That's very possibly because, the Constitution is the highest law of the land.
Right.
And that may be the case. However, if you think about it, it takes time to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. It doesn't happen. Yeah. I mean, there's courts and more appeals, and this court and the next court up above that and one above that. And by the time it's all done, guess what? While everyone's worried about that, Trump will have gotten rid of most of the illegal aliens that moved here in the first place, and we've gotten rid of them. So,
and it's going on this morning too.
I love it. What did you see this morning on that?
There's already videos the left is showing of a woman by a pole crying, and all the cameras going around her. She's crying because she's getting kicked out of the country. She's a Hispanic lady. We're going to see all these videos now. Look what the bad guy's doing. Look, he's deporting kids. Look at these kids.
Right.
Even him going into that church service yesterday, which he shouldn't have went, that bishop who came in totally attacked Trump. And there was nothing he could do but sit there in church, the stuff that she was saying. And she's a far left person who
I wonder why they did that. Maybe it's just to show how crazy the left really still is.
I'm sure Trump didn't know that was going to happen. But he was there with the whole family and everybody, and this bishop got up and just started chastising him, saying, we're taking away our farmers, our dishwashers, and everything. And I'm thinking, really, that's what you think of the Mexican race? They're your farmers, or your dishwashers? I don't hear any complaints about that. But if you were to see that, because I was watching it, and I just thought it was terrible. And he came out today and said he is now demanding an apology from the church, from that bishop for doing that. So I think it's just terrible.
What I want to mention, what you guys were talking about a few minutes back, you talked about the left is saying that, about the cryptocurrency and Trump owns a lot of cryptocurrency, right? Well, in my opinion, any smart person owns cryptocurrency, unless people that can't. Well, they're all bitching about this, but, the stock market, which we've all lost a ton of money in, okay? Nobody's talking about the insider trading. Not only the insider trading, but families of Congress, okay, that passed the laws, that control the media, that have basically stole the money from all the other investors through all this insider trading. The Pelosi family is the prime example of it. And they actually had a trading platform where you could follow Paul Pelosi's stock portfolio, okay? Right.
Yep.
Which is a joke, because of course he's going to win, because he already knows what's going to, we're going to pass this law. So they buy this stock, or we're going to put this out in the media. So this stock's going to inflate. It's all bullshit. But so it's that typical reversal thing. And I hate to keep saying the same thing, but that's what the whole thing is. We're going to blame you for what we're doing, and we're going to blame you for what we're doing. And now that you're under the spotlight, we're going to blame you even more for stuff that we did. And then, it's all nonsense. So I always say that listen to the people that are complaining,
Right.
Okay. And they're blaming other people for, and 90% of the time it's them that's doing it.
Well, that was when they asked Biden, why did you pardon your whole family? He said because he knows that the right is going to use politics to attack his family and him criminally. It's going to be unfair. He knows that he says Trump is going to come after me and my family using politics to get them in trouble, which is exactly what he did
Exactly.
the last 4 years, especially
Well,
the last year.
We've talked
But
about this before.
It goes right to what you said, Don.
Narcissist behavior.
Yeah.
They're blaming us for what they're doing themselves.
Well, I do have a couple positive notes if you guys want to end them.
Yes,
Bring them
let's do
up.
it. Let's do
Bring
it.
them up.
I'd like to wrap up on positive notes. Let's do that.
One positive thing is the White House has shut down the Spanish page, so that's not there no more.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
I had friends on Facebook flipping out saying, "Oh, are you guys following Donald Trump now? Why is it changed? What did Zuckerberg do?" Totally slamming him, not realizing that they followed the White House and Biden. And guess what? It changed over. So now you're following the White House and Trump. But the Dems, especially some of my friends on Facebook, aren't that bright. The other good thing is, Marcus, remember when we talked about a couple of shows ago when the SoFi guy from the bank came and he was going to donate $100 billion to AI technology? And Trump says, well, why don't you see if you can get us $200 billion? Well, he came back yesterday. He came back and he said to the president, I'm giving you $500 billion.
Right.
So he went from 100 to 200 to 500. And what that's going to do, that's OpenAI guy was with him. So was the Oracle guy.
Right.
And this guy from SofaBank. They're investing this money into AI. And the one guy gave a description of what they're working on. It's going to be a test to go through your body to tell any cancer cells that you have using AI. And once they locate these cells, they're going to use AI to develop a vaccine to get rid of them, all within 48 hours.
Wow.
That's what the money's going on to
Interesting.
invest.
I wish they would find a different. The vaccine stuff still makes me nervous.
It does.
But the fact that RFK is doing it, I think will make sure that they're safer. I would love them to come up with some technology they use sound therapy or vibrational therapy or things of that nature that go in and negate the cancer cell, because there's actually a lot of research out there that shows that for every vibration, there's an opposite vibration to that. So like when you catch a cold or you've got a certain disease or lupus or this or that or whatever, there's an opposite frequency that if treated correctly and treated the right way can negate that, because everything in the world is frequency. So hopefully something cool like that will come out of it. But yes, I'm excited that they're looking to do good with this AI.
I disagree with all of this medical nonsense because we're treating symptoms. We're not getting to the root cause. So let's say cancer, right? Okay. We got something that's going to resolve cancer. Okay. Well, why did you get cancer in the first place? Okay.
Well,
if you get to the root cause, number one, you can do preventive, right? So you don't get cancer. And number two, if you get to the root cause, it's not going to come back. How many times you talk to people and they get cancer and they get rid of it and then it comes back, right? Well, they didn't get to the root cause. All they did was solve the symptom. And that's the pharmaceutical company, that's the insurance company. They all want us sick, dumb, and poor. Bottom line is that we need to get to the root cause of our illnesses, not keep coming up with more and more medicines to fix the problems.
Well, I think that's treating people that already have the disease and getting to the root cause. You just sitting in that studio alone, you're subjecting yourself to cancer.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, all this audio bullshit.
I mean, so where do you start, Don? What do you do? Just sit in a cornfield and eat nuts all day? I mean, how do you try to get to the cause of that causing? I agree with you.
Well, how about simple stuff? How about wired headphones instead of Bluetooth headphones, right? You have to better yourself, your intelligence level, so to understand what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, should you filter your water, should you get exercise, what type of people should you be around, toxic people or people that are beneficial to your health.
Some of that, I hope. But yes.
The bottom line is it's up to you to figure it out. But a lot of people don't want to figure it out. They just want to do whatever they want to just do whatever they want to do, and then they want the quick fix. Give me that vaccine. I just got cancer. Boom. Yeah, I need some more vaccine. It's kind of like back in the day with the guy that wanted to fuck around with all the chicks. He'd go in and get the penicillin. So, stay out of the whorehouse. What are you doing? Like at the end of the, I know it sounds funny and everything else, but I'm making my point. My point is that the root cause, if you didn't go to the whorehouse, maybe you wouldn't need the penicillin. So,
well, and there's truth in what both of you guys are saying. I agree with you. However, I think just the changing the philosophy of going from a sick care to healthcare system that RFK is going to be putting into place and changing. It's already starting. I mean,
it's too late for us.
They've already. It's not too late.
We've already been exposed to all these bad red dye number 3.
Right, but your body can change those things very rapidly. The body is amazing organism, and when you eliminate the toxins and the stressors and the things that are causing the problems and start feeding it the things it needs to, it can repair itself very quickly. So I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to live a long last time because of this, but it's the fact of it's a balance. It's like, they're eliminating all the garbage that's going in the food. I mean, I heard like some of the fast food restaurants are going right to beef tallow instead of using seed oils, because we know seed oils are very toxic to the body. And just things of that nature that are starting. I mean, they're already happening.
And the fries were a lot better in the beef tallow.
Yeah,
they were. McDonald's used to use them.
They were, absolutely were, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Another positive thing that is baby drill. They're expanding the energy production. They're rolling back all the Biden environmental climate bullshit, climate warming nonsense. And we're kicking ass. We're bringing back energy, and they got rid of, I think, the mandate for electric cars for certain things. Yeah. So it gives everyone, hey, you want an electric car? Go get one. That's your choice, but don't make me get one.
Well, one of the analysts said yesterday that the price of oil a barrel about $100. It's expected now to go to $40.
Yeah.
So we're going to start seeing that probably in a few weeks, few months at the pump.
I love it because some people are saying, "Oh, where's my $1.29 gas coming?" Well, wait, motherfuckers, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
79 cents, baby.
Exactly.
Hey, let me end this thing on a funny note. Okay, so they had all these incentives. Live in Illinois, we have all these incentives for solar. I got the solar put on the house for free. Got a new roof out of it. It was benefit, right? Mm-hmm. How much did it benefit my bill? I don't know. But people come by here. And people come to my house even, and they're busting my balls. But they're like, I didn't realize you were a libtard. I go, what are you talking about? They go, we seen the solar on the roof. And I'm like, I walk out and I look, and I'm like, that's fucking hilarious, because I'm like, I'm calling all these people out on being retarded. And they look up on my roof and they see the solar, and they're like, right away, they think I'm one of these people.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I love alternate energy. Solar.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk to you about solar off the air, Don. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah. And Tesla's actually got solar panels that are actually built into the roofing tiles. Well, so that's something to look at.
Hold on, though. I did watch Musk get interviewed about that, because someone asked him about it, and he says it's not really doable yet. And they said, well, why not? Put a solar. He goes, it would require way too much solar energy to power that car as you're getting the it's not enough. You would need bigger solar panels.
No. There's on there.
He's talking about the homes.
I'm sorry. You're talking about the house. I'm talking about the cars.
Right. Yeah, no.
I apologize.
Though I did see an electric car that did have a solar panel on it.
Musk said it would have to be a lot bigger to compete with the output. Okay, so you're talking home. So Musk is talking about home solar panels?
Yes, there's actually roofing tiles that look like clay
in California,
tiles.
it's common.
Yeah. And that's where they pull the energy.
That's great.
From, so.
Okay, I apologize. I thought you were going to
assuming we're not destroying the environment and destroying things to create those panels. That's the thing.
It takes fossil fuel to make them.
Right, exactly. So we'll have to see how it all pans out. But this has been a great show, guys.
Yep.
And we'll have a lot more to talk about. And if you liked what you heard here today, please subscribe to our channel, view it, find us on TikTok, like, subscribe, and tell a friend about us. And we appreciate it. So until next time,
we'll see you on Straight Up No Bullshit.
See you guys.
See you.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to the Straight Up No Bullshit, The Dawn Hanston Show. We hope we enlightened you and expanded your perspectives with our bold and honest discussions about what might be holding you back from being your genuine self. And with a simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to the next episode. If you want to know more, go to straightupnobullshit.com. We'll see you next time.